Yo, welcome to Click C for Comics, and this is your boy T-O-N-E, Tone, and this is my top 10 comic books and why. Pretty much anything done by Mark Bodie, creator of Cheech Wizard. This is a title called Junk Waffle, but I have a Cheech Wizard in the back there. And we used to bite off this dude's artwork for our graffiti pieces, and he's one of the flyest graffiti character creators, purposely or unpurposely ever. So anything by Mark Bodie, anything dealing with Cheech Wizard, period. The Watchmen. Woo! If you haven't read it, read it. Not for children, it's for adults. It's a good story. If you've seen the movie, good. If you haven't seen the movie, this is for, understand something, this is for people, if you haven't seen any of these books or read them, these are recommendations to go out and read them. These are my top 10 all-time favorite and recommendations that you should read. So if you haven't seen the movie, see it. If you haven't read the graphic, the book, the series, read it. It's sick. A lot different from the movie. The Watchmen. Read it. It's good. The Authority. Again, not for kids. Superheroes that do not play. You are not being hauled off to jail. You're not going to be in a courtroom. If you did the crime, well, you like taking people out, they're going to take you out. This is a good series. This is for, if you want to read, this is like, to me, the Avengers, but you're not going to jail. When they get through with you, you're finished. That's it. Once they warn you, they warned you. If you keep up what you're doing, you're not coming back from it. Amazing Spider-Man. Barack Obama on the cover. What else can you say? This is it. No, nothing else to say. The story is what it is. The art is what it is. It's the significance behind the book. First black African-American president. Some say not the first, if you know the story of Jefferson and all those guys, but definitely, someone that looks like me and looks like us, right? Great. Got 2 copies. Spider-Man 36. This is the book. Why is it all black? Because this is the book that dealt with the subject of the World Trade Center going down. And in this book, all the superheroes come together to help with the cleanup of the World Trade Center site. And it's a sad day, and even the supervillains got together. So this is Spider-Man 36. And the subject matter is the World Trade Center on this one. They all superheroes come out and help with the cleanup. Funny story with this book, though. Let me tell you real quick. Funny story. Not a side splitter, but just something weird about this book. I went to buy this book from a store called Jim Hanley's that used to be out, Jim Hanley's Universe, over by the Empire State Building. When I walked in the store, in the back, they had a sign that said 1 per customer. So I saw the sign, but I still grabbed 2 anyway, just to see, Get to the counter. There was a girl at the counter checking out with a guy. The girl was real snotty, and she said, it's only 1 per customer. And she takes my book and pushes it to the side. So I look at my girl, my wife, and I say, we both noticed that her attitude was kind of stink. So my wife says, well, I'll buy one. And then that's when the bell went off in my head. That's true. I said, well, it says 1 for customer, not 1 per family. So I'll be buying 1 for me and buying 1 for my wife. So the lady, she could tell she got caught out there, and she was a little more snotty. And then I looked at the other guy, and he looked at me, and he smirked like, yeah, you got her ass. That was smart. That was a good move. So I walked out of there laughing. So 1 per customer? No. 1 per customer. It doesn't say 1 per family. So if you run into books that say 1 per customer, bring a friend. Bring a few friends. That'll show them. Weapon X, Wolverine. Woo! Marvel Comics presents. If you saw the movie, it just came out. This scene looks familiar, right? Ah, this is Wolverine when he busts out of that cell and he got that thing on his head and he got the helmet and his claws and he just finished tearing everybody's ass up. So yo, this definitely, the movie gives this cover and this book more bounce to the ounce, baby. Weapon X. Exo Manowar. Ill ass superhero. If you haven't seen this book, you haven't read it, get it. Exo Manowar. The armor is metal and it's bio, so that means it's a living armor. It's alive. It feels. It thinks. It also, it tends to over time it produces a seed, and that seed grows into become another armor. So this armor actually reproduces itself because it's a living armor. Great story. Read it if you can. Of course, once again, Avengers Giant Size #2, only because it was the book that my mom gave me as a kid and the book that started off me collecting comics. Icon. DC got together with Milestone and a lot of black artists and creators to create a series of superheroes, African American superheroes, to put more of us out there in the comic book world, because the world ain't made up of just one kind of people. Okay, so get with the program. Death of Superman. What other reason it is? Superman got his butt handed to him by Doomsday, who's one of the I'm a fan of supervillains. I love superheroes, but I love supervillains too. And sometimes I want the villain to win. So Doomsday kicked Superman's butt, and the Superman needed his ass kicked to put him in place. Let him know he's not, you ain't all that, buddy. You can get your butt whipped too. So Superman, Death of Superman. Death of Superman. Gone. Last but not least, Meta Barons. Once again, did a video on this. Great read. If you haven't read this book, read it, please. I'm telling you, you're gonna, once you read it, you'll want to read more like it and more from this creator up here. Great book, man. Meta Barons. So that's my top 10. My top 10 plus one. Because if you were counting, it's 11 books. But I don't do things by the as again, I'm a villain guy and I don't always follow the rules. So it's your boy Tone, Tone, for Click C for Comics. Thanks for tuning in. If you did, thanks for subscribing and checking me out. Here's where you can find me. Of course, if you're already here, you already know. Ooh, there's some little cards I did. Looks terrible. I can't get things to focus. So that's it. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace.